All right, cool. Great, guys. Welcome to the Artist Journey podcast. I'm with a good friend here, Steven Tra, another Cosmic Academy fan. He's from Maryland. He's an artist, DJ, producer. Does banging great music. Thank you for being on the pod, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to get this pod rolling again. I don't do too many episodes because life. But I always try to find
Yeah, I
guests,
feel
and
that.
what's great is about Cosmic Academy. We got so much fam. I'll get through everybody if I could.
Yeah, no, for sure, dude.
Yeah, no, thank you for being on. I really enjoyed all your videos. Your music is awesome. And I know we
Oh, thank
support
you.
each other on social media. And, I just wanted you to come on here and share your story, like how you got started, like where you get your inspiration from and all of that.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
kind of like going back to supporting each other. It's kind of like like we were taught about supporting other people, and don't expect anything. You're supporting them. And literally,
Mhm.
that's how we built the connections just by, liking each other's posts, sharing each other's posts, stuff like that. So I really appreciate you doing that for me. And I always do for everyone I can also.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you pay it forward. You shed the love.
Yeah, shedding love. That's number one.
Shedding love.
But let's get right into it, man. How'd you get into DJing and or producing music? Like, where did that all come from?
Ah, it's a long story. So I mean, like I've kind of been musically involved like my whole life. Um, so actually, I'd probably say my biggest influence would be my brother, because when we were growing up, he was always the one that was in music. Like he taught himself how to play guitar. He taught me how to play guitar. He taught me how to play like a lot of instruments. We sang together. Like I was in orchestra when I was a kid. I played cello. I sang in choir. I taught myself how to play the drums. And so I was kind of just like, as a kid, I was just like, I just saw music as like something like that was really cool. Like I've always loved music and like I always loved playing music. And so I just taught myself like different instruments and went through like different genres. Like I don't think I really even knew about EDM until like I was 10. Cause like before then I just listened to like rock music, and like
Mm.
emo music from like 2004. So like
Me
bands
too.
like so like bands like Fall Out Boy, like the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, like early 2000s, like mall rock,
Mall
stuff that you'd
rock, is
see
that
on.
what it's called?
I don't know if that's what it's called, but like you'd always hear it at the mall. Like if you ever went to like Hot Topic or
Oh,
Zoomies, like you'd
yeah,
hear that
definitely.
playing in the like on the sound system.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that kind of stuff, like the stuff you'd see on MTV. That was just the stuff I grew up with because like my music taste was really kind of just influenced by my brother a lot since I didn't. I mean, your music taste is like influenced by like the people that you grow up with. So like I spent a
Oh,
lot of time with my brother,
100%.
and so like I just listened to a lot of that stuff, and I think it kind of like influenced the way that I make music now because a lot of like my first memories of hearing music were like those emo bands and in the early 2000s, and just like the way that they'd string together melodies and like come up with chord progressions. Like there was like a certain vibe to it, which I think has just kind of like stayed in my music.
And isn't it funny? Cause I grew up listening like all the emo bands from late 1990s, going into
Mhm.
2000s, and 2000s was like a huge hip hop era for me.
Yeah,
But then I
yeah.
learned guitar on my own too, and like
Mhm.
all those simple, it was so simple chord progressions, so simple
Mhm.
melodies, and I mean, obviously you have your lyrics and stuff, and
Yeah.
that translates to me now where like everything I make is like keep it simple.
Yep.
Like
Just
you
keep
don't
it
need too
simple,
much.
stupid.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. I think the more, difficult it is or confusing it is, it's not as relatable because people are like, like, "What is going on?" Like, I just wanna hear something cool, you know?
Yeah.
Dang, so growing up, were you into, like, ever, like, hip hop also or just all genres of music?
It was weird. It was like I didn't get into hip hop like hardcore until like later. I think it's just because like there was just so much music coming out like in the 2000s. So there was like you had you had bands like Blink 182, Sum 41, and then you had like Lil Wayne and like Jeezy and
Yeah,
you
dude,
know
50 Cent, all of that,
yeah,
like,
50
those are
Cent,
great
like
times.
and like yeah. So it's just like I listened to like a little bit of hip hop over here, but I listened to like basically whatever like because my brother was like really into rock because like he played guitar, and so
Mhm.
like I listened to like a lot of that stuff. um and so I didn't really get into hip hop until I was like maybe in college, really. And I really got into Kendrick Lamar and Tyler the Creator. And it's weird because like in college, like this was around like 2015, like 2016. Um, and so like at that point, like they had already kind of like had careers and like they weren't like, the burgeoning artists that they were back in like, you know, the the 2012s.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was just like it was weird because I went back and I listened to those old records and I was like, this is really dope. Like I kind of slept on hip hop like just growing up because
Mhm.
I don't know. I listened to so much rock music. I was just like I don't need anything else. But then once I finally listened to like those old records, I was like, yeah, dude, I love this.
Dude, that was like the golden era back then. That's why I love like at where we are now in music, like there's so
Mm,
much good music, not only in the 2000s and the 90s, but like people that grew up in the 2000s were listening like the 60s, the 70s, you know?
yeah.
So for us
No.
now, like or for you and I and everyone who makes music, we get there's so much inspiration from any era, and they're
Mm,
all the eras are completely different.
yeah.
But then, so when did you get into like EDM music? Because I know you make like crazy like bass music, bass house music. Where did that
Yeah.
all come from?
Yeah, so I mean like I don't know, just I think so I guess my first experience with making EDM was my brother he downloaded FL Studio, the demo, and he I have to specify the demo because it makes it, it plays into the story. So he would download the demo of FL Studio and he was just trying to, cuz one of the things is that I don't know if you remember, but like those emo bands, there's kind of like a offshoot of that, which was like the scene era. So like if you remember like the the kids with like the black hair and like swoop to the side and then
Oh,
they'd have
yeah, I
like
know exactly what you're
yeah
talking about.
yeah they'd have like skinny jeans and all that kind of stuff. So like he was like part of that. And one thing is that they would always they take rock, they take like emo and punk rock and then they mix it with electronic. So then they'd have like electronic intros of their songs and then like they play them at shows. And so he really liked that, but he didn't know how to like produce, electronic music, so he just looked up how to do it. And then he found FL Studio and so he downloaded it, made some beats, and then he just like he showed me and he was like, "Hey, Steven, I made this." And I was like, "Yo, that's really cool." And so I downloaded it myself and then I tried to do the same thing and it was good. Like I think I just had like a natural like ear for like melody just because like I always listened to like a lot of music growing up, but I didn't know anything about like the technicality of it. Like I didn't
Yeah.
know mixing, I didn't know mastering, I didn't know like sound design or anything. Like I was telling you earlier that just like I literally used the stock sounds in FL Studio. Like I was just so basic, and to me, well, as like a 10 or 11-year-old, it was just like the greatest thing ever because I was like, I can make songs. And so I
Yeah.
just made, and I got kind of like just super addicted to it. So like I'd make albums, like full albums, like, an
Dang.
hour long. Um, it was all, I mean, they all sounded the same just because like I didn't have much
Yeah.
range.
It was just like rinse and repeat type of thing. Just you're just learning, learning how to
Yeah.
make music and learning how to do a DAW and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's the
So,
beauty of it. When you first start out, when you don't know anything, you're just
mm.
like, because for me, like playing guitar, listening to a bunch of music, when I first started, like I get like a good arrangement, maybe my sound selection sucked, but I could make a song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they were terrible, but you could make a song.
Oh, they're probably good. You're probably being too hard on
I
yourself.
guess it's, you're just kind of comparing of like where you were and how far you've came. Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure if you opened up your first project and you listened to it, you'd be like, "Oh man, that mix was terrible." Like, "Oh man, these sounds suck."
Yeah.
You're a little hard on yourself because obviously we've improved over the years. But I mean, that's the beauty of like music production. You're just creating art, and obviously
Mm.
the skill levels. The more you do it, the more you improve. And I'm just like you.
Yep.
When I first started, I got addicted. I was like every day, like, how do I get better? Like, what do I got to learn?
Yep. Yep.
Like, when I first started, I didn't know about mixing and mastering. So,
Yeah, me
like,
neither.
I would, like, make a song, I'm like, "Why doesn't it sound like everyone else's?" And then,
Dude, it's
I
like
learned,
if
like,
nobody tells you, then you're just kind of like shooting in the dark. It's like I don't know what sidechain is. I don't know what like any of this stuff
damn, I
means.
don't mean, like, I didn't even know what a EQ really or what compression was. I was just like,
Oh yeah,
"Okay,"
me
like,
neither.
you learn on YouTube and says, "Oh, compress for peaks," to, like, balance things out. I'm just, like, over compressing, like, 8 dB. I'm like, "What am I doing?"
know what for me, like what I do is I look at tutorials, but like they'd be like very sparse, so like they wouldn't be connected. So I'd be like, I'd use this tip, and then I'd watch this video that's like contradicting that tip. So then I just do like a hodgepodge of like tutorials, and then it sound like garbage. And I'm just like, why does it sound like garbage? It's because I'm like boosting and then cutting and then doing all this like weird stuff.
Dude, because I'm guessing like when you first started, YouTube University, you're just watching a bunch of YouTube tutorials.
Yep.
So I was the same too, and then I was kind of like conflicted, like you're saying. You see 10 videos on compression, and they all give you different tips, right? There's not really one solid answer. And
Yep.
what I've noticed for me is like, okay, I'll watch all 10 videos, I'll get all those 10 tips, and find something that works for me within those 10 tips, and then that'll be like what I use, and then over time you just figure it out like, okay, this works for me because like there's no one fix for all, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So yeah, I mean we did it right. I think we just had the passion to learn,
Yeah, I
and
mean
then
that's the biggest thing is that just having the passion to learn. And I mean, I would say that like mentorship, it helps accelerate that. But there are examples of people that just taught themselves through YouTube, and I envy those people because it's really hard just because of like how much information there is out there.
oh yeah, definitely. There's it's just so much it's a sea of information, and a lot of them could be misinformation,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
That's really cool. So like, I know you have a gig coming up. When did the DJing thing come in? Because for me, I
Uh,
started DJing like maybe 2 years into producing. Because my friend was like, "How are people gonna listen to your music if you don't DJ?" And I was like, maybe I'll get
yep.
into that." Like, how did you get into the DJ aspect of things?
Well, first I have to plug my show. It's going to be at Sky Stage in
Yeah.
Frederick on 8/29. But the DJing thing, it just came because I don't know, I went to shows long before I ever wanted to be a DJ. Um I've been going to shows since I was like 13. But I mean, I didn't really get into raving until like college cuz like my friends would invite me to raves, and I'd go and I'd have fun. Um and like there's always just like this thought in the back of my mind of just like, I like making music, I like playing music, I can do what that guy's doing or what that girl's doing.
Oh yeah.
um and so it just kind of came to I just like experienced that thought so much that like I think eventually in like 2024 I was just like, you know what, screw it, let me just at least try. Because this is something that I've always wanted to do. And I didn't know how to DJ. I didn't know really how to make music. I was just kind of like spitballing everything. And so I think in 2024, that was when I really, buckled down, and I was just like, you know what, let me actually try to do this. Like, I'm just going to learn whatever I need to learn. And so I bought my first DJ deck in like April of 2025, and it was the Pioneer DDJ FLX4. I still have it.
The standard one for everybody.
Yep, the standard one. And like there are actually videos on my Instagram and YouTube of me DJing on that thing. It's like my first videos ever, and I mean I've gotten a lot better since then, but just like that was literally my first time like DJing.
Mm.
Um, and so yeah, it kind of just came with like I wanted to DJ. At first, I just wanted to DJ and then just play like local shows. But then like once I realized that like if you want to like expand your brand and like actually tour, then you're going to need to have your own music. That's when I found
100%.
Cosmic, and then that's when
Oh,
like
so
I
that's I mean, we'll get to the
yeah
cosmic part eventually,
yeah
but that is so true. Where I know a lot of people that started DJing first, they got like, oh, like I could DJ, like, download a bunch of songs, start mixing and posting it. Now they're DJs. And like 4 years later, they're like, man, I'm just DJing my local bar. Like, how do I get bigger? And it's so hard to just be a DJ these days because
yep
there's so many. You have to
yep
learn how to make your own music and, build a fan base and have some music out there where I mean, you've been going to shows for a long time. I love going to like a Chris Lake show and hearing all the tracks that I love, hearing on Spotify, he's playing live,
yeah
like
yeah
it's like such a good feeling and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely you have to have your own music. So when you started DJing, did you just like learn YouTube University on that too? Watch a bunch of tutorials, or did your brother ever DJ also?
So my brother, he DJ'd, but like he didn't teach me how to DJ. That was just kind of something like I think he taught himself how to do. and like he made like a few mixes, but he never like played live or anything. But he also does like produce electronic music, and he would teach me stuff about that. And then I think like probably around like high school is like when we started to like veer off, and like I do my own thing and then he do his own thing.
Mhm.
And so we kind of just like learned independently. But recently we've kind of just like came together, and we're trying to get this collab going. Um, which is crazy because like, you know, being siblings, you'd think that like I'd be the first person to collab with them, but but it's just like things just kind of like I don't know. I guess we kind of just like we went our separate ways in terms of production, and then like now, I have this wealth of knowledge of like stuff that I've learned, and then like he has this wealth of knowledge of stuff that he's learned, and we're kind of like combining them, and so whenever that project does come out, it'll just be amazing, just because my sound is very influenced by him, just him teaching me stuff growing up, and like his sound has matured a lot, and I feel that like we both will bring something that's like very like synergistic to the table, just because we're brothers.
Yeah, 100%. You guys grew up together, right?
Yeah.
And, he taught you music and, like, you have your own thing, he has his own thing, like, family always comes back together, like, whether it's, 5 years, 10 years, because you guys are blood, you know?
Yeah.
So when do you, are you guys working on that collab track right now or, like
Yeah, it's in the works. It's just we're just waiting on, because he needs to record some parts for it, but I'm just waiting on some of the stems. But the idea is there. It's just it's a remix of one of his old demos that I listened to like back in the day, and I loved, and I was just like, I think this would work really well as like a progressive house track. And
mm,
like I you know spitballed the idea to him, and he was just like, yeah, sure, let's do it,
yeah,
because
yeah,
he's
dude.
always been wanting to collab.
Yeah, it all starts with a simple idea, and you just work at it, and who
Yeah.
knows who knows what happens, and
Yeah.
you gotta I feel like with music, everyone has, like, so much music on their hard drive that they just sit on, they're just like, "I don't know if Imma
Yeah.
put it out there," like, you never really know. You never know if someone needs it, they might like it, like but I feel like as artists too, like, artists, DJs, producers, like, I hear so many stories of people saying like, "Yeah, I put this song out there, everyone loves it, but I hate it." Like, they don't even
Yeah.
play it in their sets, so
Yeah.
it's kinda like it's hard because you want
Mhm.
your music to, like, reach out to, like, the mass amount of people, but if you don't like it, then you're expected to play that at every show or something like that, and then, like, these DJs that have been around forever, they're just playing, stuff they made in the '90s and, like, 2000 early 2000s, and, maybe they don't like it, they just gotta play it, it's just one of those songs.
Yeah, I have conflicting feelings about that, just because if that ever happened to me, like I have a song that just completely blows up, like everybody's playing it, like everybody's asking me to play it, uh, I'd still play it, like, and like I'd still be happy to do it, even if I don't think it's like my best work.
Mhm.
The impact that the song has to me is greater than my personal feelings about it.
Mm.
Um, and I just feel that like, yeah, the as an artist, like you have to maintain your integrity, but as a DJ and like as an entertainer, I mean, your fan base does matter. It
Oh,
matters a
yeah.
lot. And
Without your
so
fans, you're not anything, really.
yeah, yeah, so it's just like if these guys paid, a bunch of money to come to this festival to see me play, and like I don't play any of like my hits, then they'll kind of be like, what the heck, you know?
Yeah. I swear I've seen that happen before. I've seen, like, a big DJ, and I'm just like, he's just completely different. And there's a good, Cascade, he said this really well because he's been around the game since, man, late '90s, 2000s. He has so much music that when he
Mm,
performs like an hour set, he doesn't know what to play because he has so many different eras. We're like, okay,
mhm,
like the people that see it may be like the early eras, but he's not playing any of that because, he has a new album coming out, so he wants to play new music or like, different
mm,
eras of his journey.
right.
So I was like, man, like, yeah, I go through discography. He has so much music. I'm like, what do you play in his set? Like Calvin
Mhm.
Harris too, man. He has so many bangers. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
like, what do you play for an hour? Because an hour set is really not that long.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, I'm building my set right now, and I can tell that just like there's so many songs that I want to play, but I
Mhm.
just I don't have time.
Yeah, dude, you can. I mean, for you, it's more like bass music, right? That's like your main
Yeah,
DJing.
yeah.
Like for me, like I'll probably an hour set, maybe like 20 tracks, because I like to play my whole track out, like
Mm,
maybe like first build drop, first a second build drop. I
mhm.
hear bass music a lot of. So I asked the DJ, they were like, "Oh, an hour set, I'll probably be like 50 songs." I'm like, "What the?"
I mean, it's true though. Like, because
Yeah,
bass music, it's so ADHD where like
it's just
you can
drop
only
after drop after drop, and there's
yeah,
no chill.
it's just keeping up the energy. Because
Y-
yeah, I mean, I just went to see Virtual Ride and Blank last night, and yeah, it was amazing. And like I think that that works really well just because it keeps the energy up. Everybody's having a good time. People love to headbang. People love to like grab the rail and
Mhm.
headbang,
Yeah, true, true.
and so yeah, it's just really fun. Um, but it makes it like hard just because you have to figure out, okay, like after I play this drop, what do I do next? And
Mm.
you don't want to kill the vibe. You don't want to like change it too much, but you also don't want to like have it be repetitive to where like you're just doing like heavy drop after heavy drop after
Yeah,
heavy
bro,
drop
for
after
to
heavy
do that for
drop.
30 minutes straight, I'm tired, like, I'm by that
Yeah.
time, I'm like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
So it is a different skill for, like, different genres of music as a DJ especially, because
Yeah.
I feel like for DJ, we're vibe curators. I mean, we're literally
Yep.
there to create a vibe and, make people have fun, so
Hmm.
different genres, it's a skill. Like,
Yep.
I barely started I started DJing, like, 4 years ago, but took it more seriously the past 2 years, and,
Yep.
like, I'm still trying to figure out, like, who I am as a DJ. I know who I am as a producer, but as a DJ, if
Yeah.
you come see my set, like, what am I gonna play, like, what are you gonna come here to see, and, like, how can I be a better, like, a DJ to take you on a journey, through my sounds, not just, like, be a DJ, because bro, anyone can be a DJ. Imma say this on the
Yeah.
pod right now. Anyone can
Yep.
be a
Anyone can be a
DJ,
DJ.
but not everyone can be a good producer.
Yes, yes. I mean, I will say that like I mean, I was a producer first, and so like
Yeah.
when I'm building my set, I mean, I feel like yeah, more of a vibe curator of just like trying to tell a story like, from beginning to end. So that's why like I really focus on like song selection, transitions, just like how the general energy is, during the night. Because like I mean, anyone can DJ like if you want, like you could literally play whatever you want and then do
Mhm.
like a hard cut and just do that for like 90 minutes
Yeah,
and like it's not going to sound very cohesive but
bro.
it's music.
I've heard some train wrecks on at live shows. I heard some train wrecks, and I'm with my DJ
Mhm,
friends, and we're
mhm.
just looking at each other like, I don't know how they got on that stage, but you know what I mean. But it's good. I feel like it's good
Mhm,
that you and I, like, we were both producers first.
mhm.
So when I got to DJing, it was a lot more simpler because we like know a little bit more song structure and arrangement. But
Yep,
when I started DJing, I was like, "Oh, like, if I DJ this song, like, now I know how to, like, make it more like a DJ friendly too."
yep.
So, I mean, when's your gig coming out? You can plug it in? It's next week, right?
Yes, yeah, next Saturday 8/29 at Sky Stage, Frederick, Maryland.
I'll definitely put some links on here because I'll drop this probably Monday or so. But, dude, and this is your first gig ever? Like, live?
Yeah, it's the first gig live. Yeah, it's got it through another Cosmic homie, just, real real good guy. Um I would say that like I was a bit nervous just because like on the lineup I think I am the only bass DJ.
Oh,
So
really? Is it more house?
yeah, I mean like there's house techno, there's like breakcore, and so
Uh,
um
okay,
I was
can I ask
just
you what time are you going on?
second to last.
Oh,
So
you're
I'm,
good, dude. If you're
yeah.
going on opening, I'll be like, "Wow, that's gonna be tough."
I was gonna say if you put me on opening, I'd be like, I don't think my set really works as an opener.
Yeah. Dude, second to last, you're good, dude. That's, like, a perfect time
Yeah.
for, like, some good bass music. People will
Yeah.
stay, the energies you're keeping the energy up, people will stay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you, man.
Mhm.
Just I think number 1 rule in DJing is just have fun. Don't overthink it. It's not that serious. It's just music.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is that like I was going through my set and I was saying like, oh maybe I should do this because like this is a popular song, and then it didn't fit and I was like, I'll just do whatever feels right in the moment, and then like it made sense and I chose the right song, and so
So you're all ready. Your set list is all ready now? Or
I mean,
it's never ready until the
it's
last
never
moment.
ready. I mean, I'll probably still be working on it like
Yeah.
before I go on, but I do have like the preliminary set list, and
Yeah, that's
so
all you need, dude. And
yeah,
read the crowd and adjust.
yep,
Because it's like sometimes when it's just like, so linear, like you're gonna play track after track of the same what you have. If it works,
hmm
it works. But like reading the crowd's another skill too that I'm still learning. I look up, I'm
hmm
just like, oh man, that was a wrong song. I gotta switch it up to like the next one or something, or
yeah,
you figure it out as you go. But
yep.
it's you're gonna have so much fun, dude. I'm happy for you.
Mm. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's a really good opportunity, and definitely want to get the reps in. I mean, I'm a producer first, but like I love performing. Even when I was like a kid and like I'd perform at like my local church, like I just love putting on a show. So um
So it's
really
in
hope
you
that
already, dude. You got it in
yeah.
you already.
So
Uh,
yeah,
okay. Well, I kind of want to talk about like the Cosmic Academy, because that's literally how we met.
yep,
I mean, we have so much fan. Like, I know you're pretty recent, like graduated after the boot camp, I
yeah,
think. And
yeah,
I love it that every time there's new the people who graduate boot camp, it's always the shedding love.
yep,
It's like, hey, what's your Instagram? Let me support you and all that
yeah,
stuff, and I get to know you a little bit more.
yep.
Like, how did Cosmic Academy come into the picture for you in your journey?
So, I mean, it came together just like most people. I was on YouTube. I saw a lot of Cosmic Academy tutorials. I saw Zach's face a lot. Um, and so, I think just one day I was just like, maybe I'll like, because they keep plugging like, if you want to like, go deeper, then join our program. And so I'd always just try to like see like, okay, how far can I get with these YouTube tutorials? But then like I think I just watched this one tutorial and like it made so much sense to me. I forgot what it was about, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to get like one-on-one, coaching with these guys. And so that's when I applied to Cosmic. I had my call with Zach and Fremont, um, and the rest is history. I was able to sign up for the September 2025 class, and so I was in that. Did that for 5 weeks. Graduated. Was going to feedback, and yeah, it just you know, the rest is history. I mean, like I met you, I met like everybody else, and the Cosmic Fam has just been great. Like, uh, just really, really good people. Really good organization. I went to the barbecue in March. Just
Oh,
met
you did.
everybody. Everybody was so cool in person. Like they're the exact same online. And it's like,
Oh, so you did go to Miami Music Week last year.
yeah,
Yeah, like I really want to check out the barbecue and just meet everyone in person. Like,
yeah.
'cause we're all so connected through like social media, but like every time I meet like a fan in person, it's like extra love.
Yeah, even the people that are like the most, because I used to like be sensitive to criticism. So even the people that were like most critical of like my mixing or whatever, like it'd be all love like when when we meet each
Oh,
other in
dude,
person.
we're all
So
trying to like help. Like
yeah.
you need those type of people for feedback, because
Oh yeah.
they need to tell you, like, if 10 people say your vocal sucks, then it probably sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't want to say like just, oh, it sucks, but like, oh, like, I'm not really
Yeah.
feeling it. There's like nice way to say things, but
Yeah. Yeah.
like, it's funny. I think I know we're following each other on social media, but I was in a feedback and I heard your remix or your edit.
Oh, right.
That's the one, and then I downloaded it and I couldn't stop
Yeah.
listening to it, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Like, I really appreciate it. Like that one, like, I like it, but I'm just like, I think back and it's like, if I made it again, I'd do things so much
Oh,
differently.
girl, 100%, dude. I mean, I
Yeah,
listen to my old songs and I'm like, that I released, I'm just like, dang, I should like a small little cut, or something
yeah,
there, but
yeah. I was just like, yeah, I probably could have not pushed it as hard.
bro, that's so crazy. When I asked you, like, how do you get it so loud? I was like, what do you do? He's like, I just clip it.
Yep, I should just clip it. Like literally, I slam it into a clipper because I mean that's you can do that. You can get away with that in bass music. Like just depending on like how well it's mixed,
Yeah.
you can slam it. Um, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you can't have everything still has to be balanced, because if you just
yeah,
have everything loud, then it just sounds, loud. There's like no contrast to it. It's just loud.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, yeah, dynamics are like still very important. Like I still try to keep dynamics as much as I can, especially in like my softer songs that are like
You
kind
have
of more
softer
like
songs?
I do. I get softer songs. Not really. I mean,
Yes.
they're melodic based, but it's just like you have they're more emotional. So it's like
Yeah, no, I can
you
feel
have
that.
like yeah, it's kind of like the Seven Lines, Millennium, like Said the Sky type songs. So they're just like cry bangers, as we like to call them.
No, definitely. There's definitely like, the breakdowns are super melodic,
Yeah,
vibey and stuff, and then when it hits that
yeah,
drop, it's just in your face, right?
yep, 100%.
Ah, dude. I like, can you, like, talk about a little more about, what you call it, Miami Music Week? Because that was this your first time going?
Yeah, it was my first time going. It was my first time in Miami, first time going to Miami Music Week, and my first time meeting cosmic people in real life.
Mm,
So,
but how was Miami Music Week? Like, what did you do? Like, how was this like going to all these events trying to network? Because, it's more like a networking thing. You don't go there just to party. I mean, you
yeah,
could,
yeah,
but
yeah,
as like artist, producer, DJs, you want to kind of just meet people and like build connections. Like, how was
yeah.
that for you over there?
For me, it was really good. So I went with two other cosmic alumni. We rented out a hotel. And we went to the Cosmic Barbecue. I went to the Ophelia demo listening party, which is really good because I didn't know that Seven Lines was going to be there. So like when I showed him my song, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, Seven Lines is listening to my song."
Oh,
um,
really? It's like a demo listening party and they're
yeah, it was
listening?
yeah, it was a demo listening party, and so like I thought it was just going to be like the Ophelia team, and like he was going to be out on tour or something. But
Hmm.
when like he was there on the team and he was listening to it, I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like because Seven Lines is I mean to anybody that knows me personally is like probably one of my biggest influences. Um, and so yeah, just seeing him like listening to my song, I was just like, oh my gosh, like I hope he likes it.
How's the feedback on that?
I mean, it was good. Like, I mean, he said that like my mixing was like great, and which was probably the thing that I was insecure about the most, just because I joined Cosmic just because I didn't know how to mix like melodic bass at all.
Mm,
Um, Melodic bass is like it's really hard just because of it requires so many layers, like especially during the drops. Um, Especially like that Seven Lions like Millennium style where you have these big chord stacks. That's just a lot of frequency and like a lot of volume and stuff that you have to compress just so that like it doesn't sound like trash.
yeah.
Uh, and so like keeping it clean, keeping it like but still dynamic and like making everything punchy and everything clear. It's a really like tough balancing act, and like that's why a lot of the melodic guys will spend months on a track just perfecting it, um and then finally releasing it. But yeah, I would say that like the feedback was good. Like he complimented me on my mixing. Um, the label manager, he said that like he really liked it, and he said that like, oh, if I got this in as a cold DM, then I'd pass it off to Jeff Seven Lines, and I was like, oh
Mm.
my gosh,
Dude, that's
and
a huge compliment.
that's crazy because like we had literally made so the demo that I sent, um, was a collab that I did with my friend DJ Degenerate. And so I did like the first drop, he did the second drop. They only had time to play the first drop, so they only gave me feedback on that. But it was literally something that we finished like the week of, and then it was like probably my best mixed track at that point. So I was just like, screw it, let's do it.
Yeah, so
And
you never know.
yeah, because you never know. And like we didn't have a vocal for it. Like we used like Vocalfy, and like the song wasn't even like fully finished. But I mean, it liked the idea. I took the feedback. I implemented it, and now the song is finished. It's unreleased, but yeah, we're pitching it to labels. And we did actually one thing that I want to note is that what was cool about that demo is that there was somebody in the crowd who was listening to it, and she was a vocalist. Her name is Chia, and she listened to it and she liked it. And so after I walked off, like she approached me and said like, hey, I'm a vocalist, and like I know that you're looking for a vocal for that track, let's work together. And I was like, oh my gosh, like it was literally like the stars aligning at that
Mhm.
point. And yeah, so I mean like we met like after and just discussed it, and she sent me over the top line, like I mixed it, like I finished the song. um and yeah, we basically just have that one just kind of in the tank, and
Oh, so
really,
she sang on it and she's on the track right now.
Yeah, she's on the track right now.
Oh,
Yeah, so like we took the placeholder vocal, which was Vocalfy, took it
mhm,
off. You know, she wrote an entirely originally new top line for it. You know, I mixed it, you know, processed everything, and just finished it. And you know, we're submitting it to labels, and so
dude, see, that's what I like. I love that you just literally, put it out there. And you said you made
Mhm.
it that week, so it's been like it's still kinda new, like, it's always those songs you finish fast. You notice that?
Yeah,
It's
it
always
was it
that.
was yeah, it's crazy. Like yeah, just the fact that that happened like just so fast. And um because when I was showing 7 lines of song, I wasn't really even looking at the crowd. I was literally just like looking straight and then occasionally looking at Jeff,
Yeah.
just be like, does he like it? Like
Yeah.
he's nodding his head.
That's a good sign. That's always a good sign.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, you know, he's bobbing his head. He's like, okay, he's like, ooh, yeah, like,
Yeah, dude, but one thing I wanna say to whoever's watching is, like, you gotta put yourself out there. I don't care
yep,
what it is, you can't be scared, take a risk.
yep,
Like, even though you said it wasn't mixed, like, fully mixed and stuff, just you should throw it out there, and, you got a vocalist on there, and man, all producers if as a vocalist is watching this, all producers need a vocalist no matter
yes,
what. Like,
yes,
send them a DM, become friends, collaborate. I mean, if you're trying to make money, then obviously you can make deals on the side and stuff like that, but
yeah,
there's not one producer that doesn't need a vocalist.
yep. And like the thing is, vocalists, they're so important. Like they're literally like the unsung hero of tracks, especially in like melodic bass, progressive house, those kind of like more emotional genres.
Oh, yeah.
Just because like I mean, the vocal is kind of like what gives the life like that human touch.
It builds the connection between the listener and the song. You
Exactly,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Because like, if you can sing, like, I don't know, 8 bars or something, it's more like, there's more connection through words than, like, a crazy melody. Because you can hum a melody, but if you can sing a
Yeah.
song, you know what I mean? Like, about, like, I don't know, like Zed and all that stuff, like,
Yeah.
all those songs, Clarity, like, everyone's singing their heart outs for that song, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
There was no vocals, and what are they gonna they're not gonna really be able to sing along, and no one really hums along.
Yeah, well, in dubstep sometimes I do, but like
Yeah, I
in
mean, you
like the
could.
in
I'm not
those
saying you can. You could. It's
yeah.
just, easier to sing a song.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing, dude. I definitely want to try to go to Miami next year. I'm gonna
Mhm.
be saving up. I just want to, save up a bunch of music, go to those events, see the fam and all that stuff. Are you
Mhm.
planning to go next year?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'd love to go like every year, just as long as I need to.
Yeah, this year's kind of expensive, but I
Mm.
mean, what isn't expensive anymore?
It's worth it. It's 100% worth
Yeah.
it. Like just that interaction with Chia alone was just it was perfect just because I mean, that provided like the missing piece to like the song we were working on. I met like a lot of people at that Ophelia event, so when you know, some of whom I talk to this day. Um and so
That,
yeah, just it's a great networking opportunity. I'd really recommend it to anybody that's considering going.
oh,
They have a
100%,
bunch of
dude.
events. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like it doesn't matter like what genre you're in, like there's going to be something for you. And also it's the weekend of Ultra. So if you want, you could also go to Ultra, which
Wait.
Ultra 2026 was dope.
Oh, so you went to Ultra also?
Yes.
Man, you did the whole experience.
Yes. It was so dope. Like honestly, I'd love to do it next year.
Yeah. Hopefully I can meet you there next year. Because for me, my
Yeah.
plan is to just network and meet people and, like, build
Mhm.
connections and, just make more friends. You can't have any, like,
Mhm.
you can always have more friends, because you
Yeah,
never
yeah,
know.
of course.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to talk about this because I know a lot of people struggle with this. I'm kind of curious if you do too. Is social media.
Uh
How do you feel about posting and the struggles, and everyone's like, you post every day, post 3 times a day, post 5 times a day, do
yeah.
this, do that, do that. Like, what's your stance on social media? Because everyone hates it. Some people like it.
I feel like social media, it's I wouldn't say it's a necessary evil, but it's like it's something it's something that it can either harm you or it can hurt or well, it's something that I don't think posting on social media, I don't think it can harm you unless like you post harmful content.
Hmm.
Um but if you just post anything that's like not really bad, then it can only help you. Um like the frequency at which you have to post, I mean, it's different for everybody. I mean, it depends on your brand, it depends on your artist project, it depends on your fan base. So like if you're more of like an everyman brand to where like you're more relatable and you know your whole brand is just centered on being just a normal person and just sharing that with people, then like yeah, you're probably going to have to post more frequently than somebody who's a creator who just like their whole brand is focused on like the art itself and like inspiring people to be creative. Um to where like you'll have a fan base that recognizes, oh, you know, when this person comes back from their hiatus, they're going to give us like some top tier art.
Mhm. So you, like, you learn about, like, archetypes and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've been, I feel like it's important, yeah, but, the amount
Mhm.
that you have to post, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Like,
Yeah,
don't
100%.
like, especially when people like these internet gurus and stuff, like, "Oh, post, like, 10 times a day." I'm like, not everyone can post 10 times a day.
Yeah, I mean, if I try to post 10 times a day, like, what am I gonna post about? Like,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
it's like, oh, I walked my dog. It's like, oh, I made some
Yeah, this is
coffee.
what I
It's
had
like,
for
okay,
lunch. This
this
is
is
what I
what I
had
have
for
for lunch.
dinner.
I'm just like, no, bro, do people care? I mean, at least for my brand, like, people like the music. People like connect with the music,
Mhm.
and so like, I mean, they still like me as a person, but it's just like I make it very like music focused because that's what I think is cool. Like, I and also I'm you know I'm a creator, so like I want to inspire people to create their own stuff and say that like, oh, you know, if Steven can make drum and bass, then like I can too, you know?
See, but like I said, like, I think that works for you because like, your music is, like, your the main focus, you know? So when
Yeah,
you're posting your music, like, people already connect to that, you know? It's working for you, so, I
mhm,
mean, if it works for you, why change it, right?
yeah. I mean, like I think that like not everybody can fit into every archetype. Like
Nah,
if
definitely not.
yeah, like I felt like if I tried to be like some of the archetypes, like I just couldn't. It just be going against like who I am,
Yeah,
like at my core. And it was like I can't do that. It's just like that's not authentic.
no,
Um,
oh, man, rule number 1 in social media, be authentic.
one
Because
hundred
even for
percent.
me, like, I feel like, I'm trying to be, like, relatable. I try to, like, motivate people, like, "If I can do this, you can do it too." But also like
Mm,
to, like, throw a little bit of, like, storytelling of, like, who I am, like, what I'm about.
mhm.
So, like, I know that's not really good to, like, be too many different people,
Yeah.
but, I'm still learning, like, you're always learning. I don't think there's no any producer or DJ or whatever. If you think you're the shit, that means you know nothing.
Oh yeah. No, I mean you're
'Cause
you're a lifelong learner. Just not even in
yeah.
music, but just in life in
Life,
general.
just
Like
life in
yeah,
general, yeah. So, as this podcast is called The Artist Journey, so when you're growing up and, like, going through your whole music journey, like, how did you feel about, like, just music in general? Like, how like, from where you started to where you are now?
yeah, definitely. I think I mean music has always been just like a part of my life, and I think my artist journey has just been like finding myself and like being comfortable with myself. First and foremost, like just growing up, I always kind of felt a little bit of guilt for liking the things that I liked because you know it didn't conform with people who looked like me.
Mm,
And so I always thought like, oh, I should hide this away or like I should try to like just be like everybody else and just make music that people expect me to make. Um, and then I think just as I grew up and I realized, you know, how diverse like the world is, like there are people out there that like don't find me weird and don't find like the music that I
mm,
make weird and they
mhm.
and they love it. And that to me is just it's so validating because you know growing up you're just taught to like fit into this mold, and that's why I really love bass music is just because the bass music is like the epitome of plur. It's like peace, love, unity, you know, responsibility, and respect. And
Yeah.
so can't forget respect, but like
Yeah.
literally it's just yeah, it's just being yourself, being authentic, and like being a positive force in the world. And I think that's the greatest thing you can do as an artist, especially in the EDM space, just because you know there's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of hate, there's a lot of division in the world, and just being somebody that can kind of just push past all that and bring people together, you know, whether and I think for me, especially, it's just like I've gotten a lot of feedback from like people who don't even listen to bass music. Like they might listen to house or techno or
Yeah.
like yeah. So it's like the fact I think like being able to connect with people like who don't normally listen to this stuff and just bring them together and like have them all kind of just like vibe under the same frequency is just amazing. It's like it's what makes music so beautiful is that it's transcendent and it can really just unite us all as human beings.
Dude, I totally love that, and I like to say, like, even for me growing up, like, we've kinda I think we said this earlier where, we're kind of, I mean, let's say we grew up with friends who were listening to country music, we would probably
Yeah.
listen to country music,
Yeah.
and, maybe I liked hip hop, but everyone loved country, you know?
Yeah.
So it's I'm so happy that, like, you're doing your own journey, like, if everyone else you're going your own way, because
Yeah.
every artist's journey is different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I'm lucky that all my friends love house music. So I hopefully they love my music that, just as much as their favorite artists, I mean, but as an artist too, it's self-expression. I literally made a post about this where, growing up, I was shy. I didn't like
Yeah,
to speak
same.
much, but then, like, having music is literally, like, my expression without me speaking. Like, with my melodies, chord progressions, drums, maybe, like, a vocal that I use. If I'm collaborating or, like, just use a splice vocal, or, like, it's more of like an emotion placeholder, not, like, actual words that I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So the whole emotion part about music is what I fell in love with it. Like, going to raves and, like, I started going raving when, like, Tiesto was king, like, in the early
Yep.
2000s, so that was, like, trance era, so, those
Yeah.
melodies and those vocals, big
Yeah.
synths, I'm just like, "This is crazy."
Yeah. Dude, 100%.
Yeah, so, yeah, dude, just and whoever's watching this, if you're new to producing or don't compare yourself to others, just do you. Make the music you wanna make, and don't make it for anybody else. Cause man, I have friends like, "Oh, Paulie, could you, make me a track?" I'm like, "Okay, like, what do you want?"
Yeah, no, that like that's the thing is that like they'll ask you just like to make a track and it's like, okay, what exactly are you looking for? It's like, can I
Yeah.
just like do my thing or like do you want me to make a Skrillex track? Do you want me to make a crank that track? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, it's 'cause I remember I asked one of my friends, she's a, like, artist, like, drawing,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Oh, could you paint me like, a picture for my studio?" And then she was like, "Well, what do you want?" I was like, "I don't know, I kinda want you to just make something." And now that I'm
Mhm.
making like, someone asked me to make a track, I'm like, "Oh, okay, and now I see why I'm so in the wrong asking, like, some other artist, like, just paint me a picture." It's like, same thing, just make me a track. Like, there's no direction, it's like, makes no sense.
I mean, yeah, it's like I guess the the purest form of that is that like they'd ask you to make the track and they say like just do your thing. Just do whatever you want. And
Yeah,
because like that gives you like the most creative freedom. So you're just like you take whatever like they give you and you're just like, okay, I'll do this
I'll see what I
and
can
I'll do
do.
it in my way.
And then but, have you read, who's that guy's book? The Creative I think it's, like, Creative Mind, Rick Rubin's book?
Yeah, I mean I haven't read The Creative Mind, but I know Rick Rubin.
Yeah, I think that's, well, I don't know if it's The Creative Mind, but Rick Rubin's book where he specifically says the audience comes last.
Yes.
'Cause, like, literally, like, you don't really you can't control what someone else is gonna like, especially in music.
Yep.
So that's why he says, make it for yourself first. If you like it, then you can put it out to the world and see what they say. If they don't like it, then, as long as you like it. I rather have a track that I really love that's out there than like, kinda like exactly what we said earlier, where a track's out there that I hate, but everybody loves.
And it's like sometimes the audience just isn't ready for a track. Like there have been like certain tracks for example like this is outside of EDM, but New Magic Wand by Tyler the Creator. Um it's his favorite track off of Igor and a lot of people just I mean, they liked it, but they didn't like love it until like he started performing it live, and it was just like this is my favorite track. And some people kind of bandwagoned onto it, saying that like oh it's my favorite track too. But I think just like listening to it again, you kind of have like more of an appreciation for that track because you see like the progression of like what Tyler was trying to do there.
Mhm.
Because that song, it kind of just like it's the artistic progression of like what he's been trying to do his whole career. Like you can listen to like a song like French from back in like 2009 and then see the progression of just like, oh, okay, so when he was trying to do on French, he finally like accomplished in 2019 on Igor. And so, it took him 10 years to do it, but like now you finally see, okay, this is, you know, this is the seed that he planted in 2009. It grew, and then he finally is able to like reap the fruits of his labor.
And that's why, dude, like that's why we're storytellers. We're
Yep.
natural storytellers through music, though. And I
Yep.
do like, like hidden meanings of especially Tyler. He's like a rapper, so he like writes
Yep.
some lyrics and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I wish I was a better like lyricist and songwriter because if
It's a skill.
it's definitely a skill. Because if I was able to write lyrics and like go to a singer, be like, hey, I have these lyrics. Like I think your voice would fit perfect for this instrumental that I made. What do you think? Because I work with some singers and they're trying to come up with like like lyrics, and
Mhm.
it's like I wish I can help you, but I'm not good at it. Like I should try though, right? I think trying's better
Yeah.
than like just leaving them in the dark.
Yeah, it's like I mean, even when like now when I try to give direction to vocalists, I mean, I still try to be like as, laissez-faire as I can, just because, I don't want to like tell them, okay, the first verse has to be like this, the second verse has
Yeah,
to be like that. I'm just like, I trust you. Like if they're a songwriter too, like I trust you to come up with the lyrics just based on whatever vibe, whatever feeling you get from the song. So I'll just leave it in your hands and then just, send it to me when you're done. And
and
then
like
if I have any
yeah,
suggestions
feedback.
or edits, and then I'll just give the feedback.
Yeah,
And 9 times out of 10, I don't have to do much because they just kill it. And it's just like,
yeah,
I'm surprised every time. It's like, this is amazing. It's like, there was
yeah,
no reason for you to be like, there was no reason for you to worry about anything because like, you're killing it.
yeah.
Like you're doing a lot better than you think.
Yeah, I like to give people their artistic freedom. Like I would
Mhm.
never be like you have to do it like this or it has to sound like this. Like
Yeah.
do your thing. Like I'm like oh like it's not really kind of working, and be nice about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, 100%.
Number one, second rule: don't be an asshole.
Yeah, do not like that
Yeah,
is just in life in general. Like,
yeah. I know there's plenty of those. That's hilarious. But before we end with that, I always ask my guest. I always ask my guests this the last question.
Mhm.
Just any piece of advice you want to give out to anybody who's watching this.
Be yourself. It's very corny. It's very like cliche, but just be yourself. Like, just be authentic. Be you. Do you. Don't care what anybody else thinks. Like, about your music. It's just, do you like it? It's like, do you think it's cool? Are you making stuff from the heart? Like, those are the questions that you should be asking yourself when you're making music. Because at the end of the day, you could, theoretically, if you could just make whatever is popular, become really successful and then just end up hating your music
Hmm.
and you still have to play it.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we talked about it in the beginning. So it's just
Hmm.
like, you know, just be yourself, be comfortable with who you are, and like your tribe, the people who are meant for you will find you. Um, you know, it might take a while, but it's just like, divine timing is never late. So just, keep grinding, keep being true to yourself, and the things that'll happen will surprise you. Like you might go a lot farther than you could ever imagine.
100%, dude. And it's funny because all the great things happen when you least expect it. And
Yep.
plus, like I like what you said, where if the right tribe will find you. There's fucking 8 billion people on this earth. Someone's
Yes.
gonna like your music.
Yes.
You just gotta find them with social media or whatever you gotta do. You just gotta go put yourself out there and find them,
Yes.
or have them, or put yourself out there so they're able to find you.
Hmm.
Dude, I love that, dude. Thank you so much for being on the pod. I really had
Yeah, no
love
problem.
this conversation. Like, I know we met like one time before we like recorded it, but I can totally
Hmm.
tell you're super genuine. I love your energy. I love your
Oh, thanks,
music. I
man.
love your vibe. And thank you to Cosmic Academy for putting us together.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It all lined up. It all worked out. So yeah, dude, thank you so much for being on here, man. I hope you have the great rest of your day.
Yep, you too. Thank you for having me.